know you guys are all ready to go home. I am as well.
Microphone.
I apologize.
Hear you.
You need a microphone. There's one on the stage, I think. That one right could be on.
Good afternoon. I'm Mrs. Chatterton. I will be sitting, I'm going to do a demonstrate and a model and describe for you for practicing a musical instrument. And you will all be receiving, it's going to be hopefully not very long, you're all going to be receiving a blank piece of paper. I learned this yesterday at the training. A blank piece of paper and a sheet of paper that has a title across it that says karate belt, okay, or band karate belt, or brown belt number or something, okay? After the staff training yesterday, I thought, well, you know what, I'm just gonna implement what I learned, and instead of trying to talk about how to practice well, I will just demonstrate. And so I'm going to be a student. I will not have the microphone, but I would like, I'll try to talk as loud as I can. And I'm not an actress, but so bear with me. So what your job is you are going to write down on your blank piece of paper anything that you hear me say or think. So I'm going to be a student and I'm going to say out loud what I need to do next or what I'm thinking about, what comes next, okay? I think you'll get the hang of it pretty quickly, I hope. After I'm done practicing, then we're going to see what you guys wrote down, okay? And we'll see how many things that you can catch. And there might be something that I do or say I didn't realize I did. And, okay, so it's like a game. This is fun. We can do this. I know it's all. I was with the band camp kids all day, so I apologize that I'm here though. I'm tired. So I'm gonna play a student after school that is also tired. And so here we go. Mom, can I practice now? Is it okay if I practice downstairs? Because I know you need help with dinner, but I got my math done. And I need to practice my clarinet, and I need to get something ready for band class. She says, yes, that would be fine. Don't play too loud, okay? Baby's asleep upstairs. So I want to make sure I've got my stand. You know, I would love to have a place in my house that was just for practice, because that would be really great. I just leave it set up all the time, but that's just not going to work for my family. We have a lot of kids, and it's loud when I practice, so we just have to make do. So I'm going to go into my basement living area, and the babies aren't asleep down there. So I've got my stand. I have to set up, make sure I've got a chair to sit in, good chair. And I will set up my music stand here. And even though I know, really, Mrs. Chatterton says, if I practice 10 to 15 minutes a day, that's good. That develops a habit. I know it takes a little longer because the clarinet takes a while to put together. And then you have to mess with the reed sometimes. So I want to make sure that my stand is at the right height as well. That's important, Mrs. Chatterton says. So I need to make sure that I have a good reed. There it is. For my clarinet. Sometimes, especially, I'm about 7th grade now, but when I started, I ruined a reed just about every couple of weeks, jammed it. And so Mom got a little irritated, but she bought a whole box. So I always have a new reed ready to go. So I think I have a pretty good reed. We're gonna try it out. Then I wanna make sure, so I put it in my mouth so it'll stay moist, because that's important. I'm gonna put my clarinet together. Oh boy, I get jealous of those trumpets. They just pop their trumpet out and stick their mouthpiece on there. That's all they have to do. It gets really irritating. I'm always the last one out of the band room too, because you gotta take it apart and take out the swab. You have to swab it. So I'll put that together. This is gonna take me a couple minutes. And when I first started, it took so long to get this together. I mean, that was half my practice, was trying to figure out how to put it together. And then Mom was ready for me to help with dinner. So that didn't go really well. But now I think I have this figured out pretty well, and I'm pretty fast. So I put my reed on the mouthpiece and get that set on there. Then I need to make sure I have my book with me, because my band book, if I leave it at school, is hard to practice. And then if I leave it at home, I'm speaking from experience, you know. If I leave it at home, then I don't have it to play in band. So I brought my band book home so I can work on my next song. Well, sometimes I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be working on. So today, though, I know that I am working on my next karate belt. So Mrs. Chatterton has this thing for the younger students where when you start in 5th grade, you can earn karate belt tags to show that you've passed through a lot of songs. And so I'm all the way up to my 2nd book, and I've passed all these songs, and now I'm on my brown belt. So I need to practice page 4, number 11. And that's the next one that I need to pass. So I'm gonna work on that first. Oh, you know, my brother's bothering me now, so we'll ignore him so I can focus here. Okay, I'm gonna try number 11, chromosome. Okay. Oh, I'm not sure I know what those notes are. Well, I did pretty good the first 4 measures, so I'm going to work on just these 2 measures, figure that out. So I'm gonna look for my fingering in the back. B flat. Okay, that shows me how to do it. So I'm going to play these 2 measures over and over, so 3 times. We'll do it 3 times. And if I can play it 3 times in a row correctly, I'll have those 2 measures down, okay? Okay, better. Okay, I got it right that time. I'm gonna play it 2 more times. Right, we'll see. I didn't make any more mistakes. Let's see if I can do it a 3rd time. Hey, I did it 3 times. That means it's in here and it's in my fingers. Okay? That's what Mrs. Chatterton says. So now I'm going to play from the beginning of the song and see if I can get those 2 measures right from the beginning. I forgot to use my metronome. I should do that, but my mom has a metronome on her phone, but I can't use that. And also, a tuner is good. There's a lot of great tuner apps, but Mom doesn't really want me to have a phone for that either. But sometimes she'll let me use it just for practice, so I can tune or keep the beat a little better, to practice with the metronome. Of course, there are metronomes that Mom could buy separately for me off of Amazon, and they would be about $10. And then I could have one all for myself to practice with to keep the beat, and that would be easier. So I don't have one right now, but I'm gonna try this whole line, see if I can pass it for my belt. Was pretty good, wasn't it? I thought so. A little mistake in there. I was nervous. So now I'm thinking that I know that Mrs. Chatterton says she wants me to turn in a video of me playing my next song every week. And that's kind of hard sometimes because, first of all, the website I'm supposed to use is really bad and it doesn't work very well. But it does work for some people, not really well for me. Maybe, I don't know why. Maybe it's my computer, maybe it's our internet. But it is okay if I just record my song on my mom's phone, and I can text it or email it to Mrs. Chatterton too. So I might take that option. So I'm gonna record it, but I think I'm gonna wait till Friday because I'm tired now, and I learned a new song and I played it pretty well. But before I do that, I'm going to play something fun that I like, that I have from memory. Did you like that? I skipped a few things. There were some other, for an older student, there might be some more steps in there, like a warm-up routine and things like that. And then the older kids, high school, we don't really do the karate belt system. So now, tell me some things that you heard me do. What did you write down? Nothing?
You're self-motivated?
That is true. That's a tough one. I was very self-motivated. But that doesn't always happen. We don't always have those. That's a good point.
You knew it was a sign. You were trying to do it because it was a sign. You said you were supposed to.
Oh, it was an assignment. Yeah, yeah.
You had to stand at home.
Yeah, I had a stand I could put up at home. Those are not too expensive. But if you don't have a stand, you can practice at the piano. If you have something, just so that it's the height, stands best. Yes, anything else? What else did I think or say? I don't even know what I said.
You actually brought your instrument home.
I brought my instrument home. Yeah, I have a lot of good things I did. I did well. I brought it home, and then you just have to remember to take it back.
That's right.
With the book. And I had I had a paper with me too. I had the brown belt paper, and I know those are all over the place, all over the band room. Those are hard to keep track of. But after I record it and send it to my teacher, I'll just keep this in my band book so I know, where I'm at. And then everybody asks the teacher when we get back to school, did you get my video? And a lot of times she says, I'm sorry, I didn't look yet. But that's what's nice for the teacher about the Essential Elements website is it keeps it all in one spot. So that's helpful. What else did you hear? Elizabeth, did you say something?
Check with the parent for an appropriate time to practice. And
A lot of houses, that's very important, yeah, to just check. Well, I'm gonna practice. Also, because we're helping them manage their schedule, so it might be their favorite thing to do, or they might hate it. Whatever they don't like the least, that's the last thing they'll do. apparently this girl liked math and music, you know, when she got her math done. She wanted to practice next, so I know that's not always the case.
She had to take time to set up.
Yeah.
It's not part of the actual,
No, it's not. Right. So, yeah, at the young age, and really when they start putting their instruments together, that can be that's our whole lesson in a classroom sometimes. What do we do with this thing? How do we, put it together? Then how do you get a sound? What else did?
Had leads ready and available.
Okay, so she had the things that she needs, and that's where you guys can come in too. And I haven't been really great about things like information about, say, care, instrument care, kids, that type of thing. What do you need to help your student be successful? Or maybe a little metronome that they can have separate from a phone, because I know how a lot of you feel about the phones. I agree. Yes, Elizabeth?
Ordering the reads that can come to school on Monday.
That's a good tip that I haven't really shared well. And that is, every week we have a representative from the music shop, which is Bloomington, Champaign. They have 3 shops, I think. And she visits on Mondays. And all you have to do is call the music shop and say, can you bring my student a box of tenor saxophone reeds in size 3? She'll say, what brand do you want? What do you think? What is, and she'll send it, it'll show up at the office, and you can pay for it on the phone, or, they'll bill you. So we have that service, just like all the public schools do. And you can also have your instrument sent in to be looked at or repaired. Things just aren't working well in class. There's something going on. I look at it, I can't figure it out. They will pick it up and look at it for you and let you know what the next steps are. And I trust them to do that. They do well. So there are the answer key to your quiz. There's back on Mrs. Royer's table. It wasn't really a quiz, but I wrote down everything I was going to try to have the student do or say. So there's a pile of those sheets. I didn't get through all of them. And then there's also a paper for it's a second paper about practice and essential elements and how to practice well. And then beginning band. A lot of times during co-teacher training, I've had for 5th grade families, just like an opening session, talking about what are we going to do this year. And so if you have a 5th grade student, we're starting with recorders. My understanding is the order forms have already gone around. So you don't have to worry about it for a little while. Everybody's going to have a recorder. And then we step into band instruments. We start talking about it right before Christmas break, Thanksgiving break, and have those discussions. But you're welcome to come find me and ask me questions about your 5th grader or any of them. Okay.